it will go a lot faster.
Okay.
So there are you have a lot of willing buyers.
I have a lot of willing buyers, and I don't have properties for them right now. And it's not just me as an agent, but other agents. Now more properties I'm noticing are coming online. But end of last year, inventory was so low, and some of the properties that were kind of hanging on, and you see still a lot of active, like over in Coalina, a lot of properties that are active, they have multiple offers because most of them are short sale, and they're just waiting for the bank to accept, and then it will turn active, continue to show. So.
And then for sellers, do you have a lot of interested sellers? I mean, you've got low market, you don't have a lot of inventory, so you don't have willing sellers. Are the sellers just waiting for the market to improve?
Yeah, and the ones that are in trouble, I wish that they would kind of either start talking to a realtor earlier enough and weighing their options and talking to a CPA, talking to an attorney, a bankruptcy attorney, and just kind of weighing their options ahead of time rather than, okay, I'm hoping I'm making my payment, or I'm not making it now, I don't know what to do. A lot of people don't realize if they're in a condo that the association can foreclose if they're not paying, and I actually helped a girlfriend of mine. She was actually, believe it or not, on Facebook, and she was having trouble, couldn't find a job. And I actually went in and said, you need to, be careful and talk to the association, get the communication open, and things are working out now for her. I'm glad, and she said thank you for giving me this information, and her church was able to help them get a CPA. And
so when you've got a seller and you've inspected the property and you've made it as beautiful as you can, how do you market it?
Well, I market it, I have many different ways. Of course, the internet. I have there's realtor.com, which I have 2 featured spots. One in even though the zip codes are Kailua and Kahala, the Kahala one, if you even just do Honolulu, it will pop up, and you can actually give reportings to the seller. So most average homes get quite a few 1,000-something hits per day or so, which is amazing, and of course, you can provide that by email to your clients to give them the virtual tours like OBO and other tours. They have stats.
What does OBO stand
for? Well, OBO is actually a company, and that's where I do some of my virtual tours from. And companies like this will actually have statistics in the background, so you can see, okay, if I posted on Craigslist, that photo got so many hits from this area. Yeah. So.
And then how about the newspaper?
A newspaper I do. The newspaper I do for open houses. The Honolulu Advertiser has gotten some good deals out lately, of course, because people are not advertising as much. Right. So there, Star Bulletin's coming up with some, deals for us realtors as well. I used to do more print, but day and age is, I post on Facebook, Craigslist. There's LoopNet for, investments. There's a lot of different avenues, and I'm constantly looking for other avenues to post. And I'm always open because it is a partnership when you list a property, and I always communicate that with the seller. It's a partnership. We work together. If you see something or hear something that I'm not posting, I'm open to it. Tell me, because I want to improve just as much as the next agent, and we're always looking for newer things.
Right, so if I'm the seller and you're going to have an open house, you're going to do open my house and you're going to show it, what should I expect?
Well, usually you need to be gone. I always have you to leave. And a Sunday open house is usually 2 to 5, unless for some reason, we have done like 1 to 4 for, due to schedules or something. But I usually I bake, I love to cook, so I always have baked goods there.
Oh, good for you.
I'm known as loving to bake, and so it's either something that I have there, and especially if it's, if the place is vacant, I always put bottled water in the refrigerator. If a person is living there, I always suggest please have either a pitcher of water, some sort of water, especially during the summertime when it's so warm. You want to keep them there as long as possible. And when a person walks through, you want to kind of, see who, you can kind of tell who's the leader of the couple, if it's a couple, but you want to give them space, and you kind of want to, start asking them questions without being too evasive, you know, or getting into their business, and then working from there, and hopefully you can get them to buy the property. If not, maybe you have others elsewhere, or get them on as a client as well.
So what if the prospective buyer comes in and they don't have an agent?
That's usually one of the first questions that any agent will ask is, are you currently working with someone? And what's also important is that when a buyer is buying, the buyer doesn't pay for the real estate commission. The seller does. And a lot of buyers don't know that. And also the fact that they think that if they don't use a realtor, that they're going to get the best deal, you know, on the price. They don't. When we sign listing agreements, we have that listing agreement from that seller. Whatever that commission it is, how many pigs you're getting, I'm not going to say dollars or percent, but how many pigs or animals or goats that you're getting for that deal. It's in that contract. Now, you know, that buyer's going to come and buy. We're still going to get that amount. And usually that amount is shared by the other company. Right. And how commissions are also split is that the company, as I'm with McGinn & Company, the checks, the commissions go to whether it's McGinn & Company or XYZ Realty, and you know, here's this half amount of pigs and here's this half amount of pigs or whatever that you're getting, and then it's split among the agents. Each agent commission, depending upon their agreement with the company, gets there. And then out of our share, we pay for all the advertising. We pay for.
So you pay for the advertising, and then how? Tell us about escrow. Don't you have to open an escrow?
Yes, we open escrow, and I work with a variety of different escrow companies. They're all great, and yeah, they work with recordation. Now, doing a couple of probate sales that I did. They were also, we have two recording systems here. We have the regular and we have land court. And the two last sales that I had, both people passed away. And one of the ladies actually, on title, her name was one way, but she had used her name 5 other ways. And when we went to, escrow went to land court with all the documents, land court said, whoopsie, you need to get that lady to say, you know, what's her real name? And we're like, she can't, she's passed away. We need to file a petition. Right. So we actually had to get, through a local attorney here, we got another attorney that had done a few things and got that through. But the escrow was delayed about 6 weeks.
Well, why do you need an escrow?
Escrow is a neutral party. Escrow manages all the title part that is their forte. They know what they are doing. I know what I'm doing as a realtor, and the loan officer knows what they're doing. And you just want to keep, you know, if someone comes for mortgage questions, especially this day and age, things are changing every single minute, every single day. Different companies are doing something. I can't keep up on it. That's the mortgage broker's job. Same with escrow. Escrow comes up, especially with 9/11 happening, all the different things, different documents you have to sign now saying this is who I am. The money's not coming from drugs, you know, when you're buying, all that. And the escrow keeps up on all those rules and regulations.
They do the documents.
Yeah, they do the documents. They do the HUD statements for the buyer and the seller, which is now just changed again. And that has to be reported to each party. And yeah, so, you know, there's a lot of information. I mean, we have our own things that we have to keep up with regarding, you know, lead-based paint, and there's new law on that this year, and everything else.
So you've got us from listing the property to closing the escrow.
Yes.
Now, in between, are there any tips? Are there any words to the wise that you can share that are going to help the process work a little bit better? For example, just things about